All right, picture this. The bells are ringing, smoke is in the air, and King's Landing is burning. You already know how it went down in the show, right? Daenerys, on her dragon, just torched the whole city. Innocents screaming, buildings collapsing, total chaos. But hold up, let's flip the script. In this version, Jon Snow manages to reach Daenerys before she completely loses it. He sees her about to burn the Red Keep to the ground, and he shouts at her, "Wait!" He tells her there's another way. They don't have to destroy everything to rule. They need to send a message, not by death, but by domination. Now imagine, instead of reducing Cersei to rubble under dragonfire, they capture her. That's right, Cersei Lannister, Queen of the Seven Kingdoms, is taken alive. But here's the twist. They don't just lock her up. Oh no, Daenerys wants to break her. She wants everyone to see what happens when you defy the Mother of Dragons. Cersei, once the most feared queen, now becomes a public slave, a living symbol of Daenerys' power. Now, let's set the scene. The Red Keep is surrounded. The Golden Company, wiped out. The Lannister soldiers dropped their swords. And Cersei. She's standing there, stone-faced, but inside she's shaken. Jaime is gone. Her kingdom is gone. And now Jon and Dany are in front of her. But here's the thing about Cersei. She's not someone who begs. Even in chains, she's got that cold, defiant look. But Dany, she's done playing games. She looks her dead in the eye and says, "You will serve me in life, not in death." And Jon, he's torn. This isn't the mercy he knows. This is power. This is control. But he goes along, at least for now. So how does this all play out? Daenerys parades Cersei through the streets of King's Landing. The same streets that once feared the Lion of Lannister now watch her dragged in chains. People throw things, shout curses, but Cersei doesn't flinch. She still believes she can find a way out. But Daenerys has other plans. She forces Cersei to serve in the Red Keep, not as queen, but as a handmaid, a symbol, a reminder. Every noble house that comes to bend the knee sees her. Every small folk that visits the court sees what happens to those who oppose the Dragon Queen. Now think about the power play here. Dany isn't just ruling by fear, she's ruling by humiliation. And Jon? He's watching this unfold, realizing that maybe mercy isn't about sparing lives. Maybe it's about showing what real power looks like. But it doesn't stop there. Cersei, being Cersei, starts plotting. Even in chains, she's dangerous. She knows secrets, she knows people, and most of all, she knows how to manipulate. So here's the big question. Does enslaving Cersei break her, or does it make her even more dangerous? And for Daenerys, this move changes everything. She's no longer just the breaker of chains. She's the maker of slaves now. The line between justice and vengeance, it's gone. So now, Cersei's living in the Red Keep, but not as a queen. Nope. She's been stripped of everything. Her power, her crown, her freedom. She's got no army, no allies. Just her mind. And trust me, that's still a weapon. Daenerys, she's loving it. She thinks she's won. Every day, Cersei is forced to serve in the very halls she used to rule. Cleaning, serving wine, bowing to the same nobles who used to fear her. Dany believes that humiliation is the ultimate punishment. But you know Cersei, she's not the type to just give up. Now, behind those cold eyes, she's watching, she's listening, and more importantly, she's waiting. See, Daenerys is trying to build her new world. She's calling in lords from all over Westeros, trying to unite the Seven Kingdoms under her rule. But it's not as easy as she thought. People are scared of her now. After what she did to King's Landing? After seeing the Dragon Queen burn thousands alive? Yeah, they're bending the knee, but they're not loyal. They're just waiting for a reason to rise. And that's exactly what Cersei sees. Meanwhile, Jon Snow, he's caught in the middle. He thought capturing Cersei would be a more merciful path, but watching her being paraded, used, turned into some kind of trophy, it's eating at him. He's starting to see Daenerys in a different light. He remembers the Dany he fell for, the one who freed slaves, who fought for justice. But this version, she's hungry for power. She's not freeing anyone now. She's making examples. One night, Jon finds Cersei alone in the courtyard. She's scrubbing the floor, hands raw, but she still holds that defiance. He looks at her, and for a moment it's like the past and present clash. She doesn't beg. She doesn't ask for pity. She just says, "This isn't who you are." And, "Jon?" He walks away, but her words stick. Now, here's where things get even more intense. Cersei starts planting seeds. She knows how to twist the truth. She starts talking to the guards, the servants, even some of the lesser lords. Quiet whispers, little doubts. She tells them, "Daenerys won't stop with me. She'll turn on anyone who stands in her way. You're just next in line." Some people start to listen. Some don't. But all it takes is a few cracks to break an empire. And then there's Tyrion. He's still by Daenerys' side, but he sees it too. He sees his sister, not as a queen, but as a symbol. And he wonders, was this the right move? Did they make her a victim in the eyes of the people? Because, let's be real, Westeros isn't used to mercy. They're used to power, fear, strength. But they also love a good underdog story. And suddenly, the evil queen. She's looking more like a martyr to some. Meanwhile, Daenerys is getting more paranoid. She knows people are talking. She knows loyalty isn't what it used to be. And she starts to crack down harder. More rules, more punishments, more fear. Jon tries to talk to her, to bring her back. But Dany, she's too far gone. She tells him, "We have to break them before they break us." So now you've got a ticking time bomb. Cersei, quietly building a network of doubt from inside the palace. Jon, torn between love and duty. Daenerys, growing more ruthless by the day. And the people of Westeros? They're watching, waiting, wondering. Who's really the villain now? This isn't just about thrones anymore. It's about who controls the story, who gets to say what's right, what's wrong. And Cersei, she's about to flip the script. All right, so now things are heating up in the Red Keep. On the surface, Daenerys is ruling like she's won. She's sitting on the throne, the Dragon Queen, the breaker of chains. Except now she's got a chain of her own, and it's Cersei Lannister. But deep down, there's tension. You can feel it. The lords of Westeros, they're uneasy. They come to court, they kneel, they say the right things. But their eyes, full of fear, full of doubt. Because, let's be real, no one forgets the sight of their city burning. And in the middle of all this, Cersei's playing the long game. Now remember, she doesn't have an army. No gold, no power. But she's got something just as dangerous. Her mind. She starts testing the waters. Quietly. Carefully. One night, she speaks to a young guard. Let's call him Ser Geran. He's from a minor house, new to the Red Keep, still unsure about Daenerys. Cersei offers him nothing but words. She tells him, "You think she'll stop with me? You think she won't burn your home if you cross her?" At first, he brushes it off, but the seed is planted, and then she moves on to the servants. The ones who clean the halls, who hear everything. She doesn't threaten. She reminds. Remember how your brother died in the fire? Remember when she said she came to free you? Is this freedom? Now, let's flip over to Jon. He's watching Daenerys grow colder, harder. She's not listening to him like before. Every time he tries to reason with her, she shuts him down. She keeps saying, "They don't love me. I have to make them fear me." And Jon? He's losing himself. He's torn between his love for Dany, his loyalty to the realm, and this growing unease about what's happening. Tyrion's in the mix too, and he's starting to get nervous. He visits Cersei, trying to see if there's still any humanity left in her. He asks her, "Why not just accept your fate? You've lost." But she laughs, cold, sharp. "You don't get it, little brother. As long as people hate her more than they hate me, I haven't lost anything." Now here comes the first big twist. One night, a small fire breaks out in the Red Keep. Nothing major, but enough to scare people. Enough to make everyone think someone's planning something. Dany immediately assumes treachery. She starts interrogating the guards, locking people up, even has a few of them publicly executed to send a message. But guess what? Cersei started that fire. Not with her own hands, but with her words. She told Ser Jorah, "Light a fire, just small. Make them panic. Make them doubt." And it worked. Now, the Red Keep is tense. Everyone's walking on eggshells. Dany's grip is tightening, and the more she clamps down, the more people start to turn. Cersei knows it's just the beginning. Jon confronts Daenerys. "This isn't the way," he says. "You're turning into her." And Dany? She looks him, dead in the eye. "No, I'm doing what she never could. I'm winning." But Jon's heart? It's breaking. So here's where we're at. Cersei's got her first loyal follower inside the Red Keep. Daenerys is becoming more paranoid, more ruthless. Jon's stuck in the middle, watching the woman he loves become everything he feared. And Westeros? It's about to boil over. So now the Red Keep? It's like a powder keg, just waiting for a spark. After that fire, Daenerys is on edge. She's got Unsullied at every door, dragons flying overhead, and whispers crawling through every hallway. She's convinced that someone's trying to take her throne. And honestly, she's right. But the crazy part, it's not the lords. It's not some big rebellion. It's Cersei, from inside her own palace, working quietly like a snake in the grass. Cersei's plan. It's simple. Break Daenerys from the inside out. She knows she can't fight her in the open. She knows she can't win with force. So she plays the mind game. And the next piece? It's Jon Snow. She's watched Jon, seen his hesitation, seen his doubt, and she knows he's the one thing Daenerys still trusts, still loves, so she aims straight for that. One night, she finds him alone. Maybe it's in the Godswood, maybe in the halls. She doesn't come with threats. She comes with truth. "You're not like her," she says. "You were never meant to rule with fire. You were meant to lead with honor." Jon tells her to shut up. He's not here for her games, but she keeps going. "You think she loves you? She loves power. And she'll destroy you like she destroys everything else." And Jon? He doesn't want to hear it, but it hits, because deep down, he's seen it. He's seen her burn a city. He's seen her chain Cersei. And now, he's seeing her lose control. Meanwhile, Dany? She's not stupid. She knows Cersei's still dangerous. She knows Jon's pulling away, and it's making her desperate. She calls Jon to her chambers. She tells him they need to act. They need to end Cersei, once and for all. "She's poisoning everything," Dany says. "We should have killed her. We still can." But Jon, he says no. This isn't justice. This is vengeance. And that's when Dany snaps. "So what? You want me to let her win? Let her keep twisting everyone against me?" Now, here's the turning point. Dany decides she's done waiting. She plans to publicly execute anyone suspected of conspiring with Cersei. She wants to send the ultimate message. Betrayal means death. Cersei hears about it, of course, and instead of panicking, she smiles. Because this is exactly what she wanted. The next day, in the throne room, Daenerys stands before the people. 2 guards are dragged out. One of them is Ser Jorah. The guard Cersei turned. She accuses them of treason, of plotting against the queen. She orders their execution, right there, in front of everyone. But just as the sword is about to fall, Jon steps forward. Enough. The room goes silent. Jon looks at Dany, eyes burning. "This isn't right. You're becoming the thing you fought to destroy." Dany looks betrayed, hurt, angry. "You're either with me or you're against me." And that's when Jon says it. "Then maybe I'm against you." Boom. That's it. The line has been crossed. Cersei, she's watching all of this and she knows she's winning. Because now, Jon and Dany, they're no longer united. The trust is broken, and in a place like Westeros, that's all it takes to bring down a queen. So now, the stakes are higher than ever. Dany's ready to crush anyone in her way, including Jon. Jon's caught between love and duty, and he's leaning towards duty. Cersei, she's not just surviving. She's controlling the game. So now we've got a kingdom on the brink. Daenerys, she's furious. Jon's defiance in front of the court? That wasn't just personal, that was public. It's a sign of weakness, and she knows the lords are watching, waiting to see what she'll do. Jon's torn apart inside. He loves her, yeah, but he can't watch her burn everything down. He's seen too much death, too much madness. And now, he's starting to think, maybe he's the one who has to stop it. And Cersei, she's loving every second of this. From her place as Daenerys' prisoner, she's managed to plant the seed that's dividing them. But she's not done. Not even close. She knows Daenerys is unstable now, unpredictable. She knows Jon's a threat to her rule, and that means he's vulnerable too. So Cersei takes her biggest gamble yet. Late one night, she sends a message to Jon, secretly. A simple note, just a few words. "Meet me alone." Now, Jon's not stupid. He knows this. Could be a trap. But something inside him, maybe desperation, maybe hope, tells him he has to go. So they meet, in the old dungeons beneath the Red Keep, the same place where Cersei once held her enemies. Now, she's the prisoner, but she doesn't act like one. She looks Jon in the eyes, calm, steady. "You want to save her? Then help me." Jon's confused. Help her? What's she talking about? And that's when Cersei drops the real plan. She tells Jon, Daenerys will never stop. She'll kill anyone who stands in her way, even him. But if they work together, they can stop the war before it starts. "Let me go," she says. "Let me disappear. She'll think I'm dead, and you'll have time. Time to make her see reason. Now Jon's caught. If he lets her go, he's committing treason. If he doesn't, Dany might kill her anyway, and everything spirals. But here's the twist. Cersei's lying. Her real plan? If Jon lets her go, she's heading straight for the Reach, where old Lannister allies still hold power. She's planning to spark a full rebellion, and she knows Dany won't see it coming. Jon's standing there, torn. He looks at her, trying to see the truth. "Why should I trust you?" And Cersei. She just smiles. "Because you love her, and I know what love can make a man do." Now let's flip to Daenerys. She knows Jon's gone. She knows he's hiding something. And she's not waiting around. She calls Tyrion, calls Grey Worm, and tells them, "Find him. Bring him back." And the people, they're getting restless. Rumors are flying that Jon's turned, that Cersei's escaped, that the war isn't over. Fear is spreading like wildfire. Back in the dungeon, Jon makes his choice. He looks at Cersei, and he opens the gate. "Go, but if you betray me, I'll end this myself." Cersei steps out, free for the first time in weeks. You won't have to. And just like that, she's gone. But here's the thing. As soon as she's out, everything blows up. The next morning, Daenerys finds out. Cersei's missing. Jon's missing. And the court? In chaos. She calls the council, demands answers. Tyrion tries to calm her down, but she's done listening. They've betrayed me. They both have. Now, Daenerys has one thing left. Her dragons. She mounts Drogon, flames in her eyes, and declares, "I will take back what's mine, with fire and blood." So here's where we stand. Cersei's free, heading to start a rebellion. Jon's a fugitive, haunted by the choice he just made. Daenerys, she's ready to burn everything. And Westeros, it's about to face a war worse than any before. So let's set the stage. Cersei, she's free. She's already made her way to the Reach, rallying the last of her loyalists. House Tarly's remnants, old Lannister bannermen, and anyone who fears Daenerys more than they fear her. She paints herself as the victim, the queen who was enslaved, humiliated, and betrayed. She tells them, Daenerys will burn us all, but we can stop her if we rise now. And guess what? People listen, because fear, it spreads fast. And now, Cersei's not just planning to survive, she's planning to take back the throne. Meanwhile, Jon Snow, he's on the run, after letting Cersei go. He knows he's got a target on his back. He's betrayed Daenerys, and soon everyone will know, but he's not running away. He's heading north, to the Starks, to try and gather allies who still believe in him. He wants to stop the war before it starts, to find some way to pull Daenerys back from the edge, but he's running out of time. And Daenerys, she's gone full. Dragon Queen. The news of Jon's betrayal, it breaks her. She thought he was different. She thought he loved her. But now she sees him as just another threat. If he's with her, he dies with her. She flies out on Drogon, burning the countryside, tearing through any holdfast that even looks like it might support Cersei. She's not just ruling by fear, she's become fear. Now, here comes the final clash. Cersei's forces gather near Highgarden, fortified, waiting for Daenerys to come. She knows the Dragon Queen will strike fast, hard, and without mercy. But Cersei's got a plan. She's got the scorpions, the giant crossbows, more powerful, more precise. She's rebuilt them, improved them, and this time, she knows exactly how to use them. Jon arrives just before the battle. He rides straight into Cersei's camp, demanding to speak with her. She greets him like an old friend. Did you come to fight, or just to watch her burn? Jon's had enough of her games. He tells her, call off the attack. You'll never win this. But Cersei laughs. I don't need to win. I just need her to lose. And then Daenerys arrives, Drogon in, the sky, fire in her eyes. She doesn't wait. She strikes. The battlefield erupts in flames, soldiers screaming, metal melting. It's chaos. But Cersei's ready. The scorpions fire, one after another. Drogon dodges, weaving through the air, but one bolt hits. Not a killing blow, but enough to wound him. Daenerys screams in rage. She dives lower, torching the siege weapons, destroying everything. In the middle of the madness, Jon fights his way to Daenerys. He grabs her, pulls her from Drogon before she can make the final strike. Stop! You'll burn everything. But she's gone. She shoves him back. They made their choice. And then Cersei appears, face to face with Daenerys in the heart of the battlefield. No armies, no dragons, just them. Cersei holds up a dagger, not to fight, but to challenge. Kill me and prove them right, or let me live and prove them wrong. Daenerys steps forward, flames dancing behind her. She raises her hand, but she hesitates. And in that moment, Jon acts. He takes the dagger from Cersei, and in one swift motion, he stabs Daenerys. Right in the heart. Time stops. Daenerys falls, her eyes locked on Jon's. Why? She whispers, and Jon, tears streaming, says, to save you from yourself. Drogon lands, roaring in pain and grief. He nudges Dany's body, lets out a cry that shakes the earth. Then he looks at Jon and flies away, with her body disappearing into the clouds. Cersei? She survives. She walks away from the battlefield victorious, not by force, but by manipulation. Jon? He's broken, hated by the lords, hunted by the people. He disappears, vanishing into the north, a ghost of what he once was. Westeros. It's left in ruins. No queen, no king, just ashes and silence.